What is forensic science? It is the application of scientific principles and techniques to solve crimes and legal issues. It involves collecting, analyzing, and interpreting physical evidence from crime scenes to assist in criminal investigations and legal proceedings. The word forensic comes from the Latin word forensis, meaning of the forum, where the law courts of ancient Rome were held.
The first recorded use of forensic science to prove guilt comes from medieval China in 1325. A farmer was murdered in his field by a sickle, a common harvesting tool. Investigators gathered all the sickles and laid them out. One attracted flies, proving it was used in the murder. Forensic science plays a role in criminal and civil law. Forensic scientists help determine cause of death, identify perpetrators of crimes, identify bodily remains, track the electronic transfer of money, investigate internet fraud and identity theft, and reconstruct vehicular accidents. Forensic science encompasses a variety of specialized fields, each focusing on different types of evidence and investigative techniques. Here are some key areas. Forensic pathology. This field involves the examination of deceased bodies to determine cause of death and identify any signs of trauma or disease. Forensic pathologists perform autopsies and analyze medical records to assist in criminal investigations. Forensic toxicology. Forensic toxicologists analyze biological samples, like blood, urine, or tissue, to detect and quantify substances such as drugs, alcohol, and poisons. This helps determine whether they contributed to a person's death or impairment. Forensic biology. This area involves the study of biological evidence, including DNA, blood, hair, and other bodily fluids. Forensic biologists use DNA profiling to identify individuals and link them to crime scenes. Forensic chemistry. Forensic chemists analyze physical evidence such as drugs, explosives, and residues. They identify substances and determine their chemical composition, which can provide crucial information about the nature of a crime. Forensic odontology. Forensic odontologists examine dental records and bite marks to identify human remains and analyze injuries. This field is particularly useful in mass disasters and in cases where bodies are severely decomposed. Forensic entomology. This field uses the study of insects to estimate the time of death by analyzing insect activity on decomposing bodies. Forensic entomologists can provide valuable information on the post-mortem interval. Forensic anthropology. Forensic anthropologists examine skeletal remains to determine the age, sex, ancestry, and stature of deceased individuals. They also identify trauma or pathology that may be relevant to a criminal investigation. Digital forensics. Digital forensic experts analyze electronic devices and data storage systems to recover, preserve, and interpret digital evidence. This includes computer files, emails, and internet activity, which can be critical in cybercrimes and other investigations. Each of these fields contributes to a comprehensive approach to solving crimes and ensuring justice by providing expert analysis and testimony based on scientific evidence. In forensic science laboratories, a range of techniques and methods are employed to analyze evidence and support criminal investigations. Here are some common forensic science methods used in labs. DNA analysis. This involves extracting and analyzing DNA from biological samples, like blood, hair, or saliva, to identify individuals. Techniques such as polymerase chain reaction, PCR, and short tandem repeat, STR, profiling are commonly used to match DNA samples to suspects or victims. Fingerprint analysis. Forensic scientists analyze fingerprint patterns using techniques like powder dusting, chemical reagents, and digital imaging to identify individuals. Automated systems like the Automated Fingerprint Identification System (AFIS) assist in matching fingerprints from crime scenes to databases. Toxicology testing. This involves analyzing biological samples, such as blood, urine, or tissue, to detect the presence of drugs, alcohol, poisons, or other toxic substances. Techniques like gas chromatography mass spectrometry, GCMS, and liquid chromatography mass spectrometry, LCMS, are commonly used. Bloodstain pattern analysis. Forensic experts examine blood spatter patterns to determine the dynamics of a violent event. They analyze the shape, distribution, and location of blood stains to reconstruct events and understand how the blood was deposited. Forensic chemistry. This includes analyzing substances like drugs, explosives, and residues using techniques such as infrared spectroscopy, IR, gas chromatography, GC, and mass spectrometry, MS. These methods help identify chemical compositions and determine the nature of materials. Ballistics analysis. Forensic scientists examine firearms, bullets, and cartridge cases to determine if a specific weapon was used in a crime. Techniques include examining striations and markings on bullets and comparing them to test-fired ammunition. Document examination. Forensic document examiners analyze handwriting, signatures, and documents to detect forgery or alterations. Techniques include analyzing ink, paper, and writing instruments, as well as using tools like infrared and ultraviolet light. Trace evidence analysis. This involves examining small or microscopic evidence such as fibers, hair, soil, and particles. Techniques include microscopy, spectroscopy, and chemical analysis to link evidence to specific locations or individuals. Digital forensics. This field involves the recovery and analysis of digital evidence from electronic devices like computers, smartphones, and storage media. Techniques include data recovery, file analysis, and investigating digital footprints. Each of these methods provides crucial information that can help solve crimes, identify perpetrators, and support legal proceedings. Forensic scientists in the Philippines are essential in the investigation and resolution of criminal cases. Their responsibilities at crime scenes include assessing and documenting the scene, collecting and preserving evidence meticulously to avoid contamination or loss, and ensuring proper chain of custody. In the laboratory, they analyze evidence using various scientific techniques such as DNA profiling, fingerprint analysis, and toxicology testing. Their work involves preparing detailed reports on their findings, which are critical for building legal cases and supporting judicial processes. Forensic scientists may also testify in court as expert witnesses to explain their analyses and findings. They collaborate with law enforcement agencies to ensure effective crime scene management and evidence handling, and they participate in training programs to enhance forensic practices. Additionally, they engage in research to advance forensic science techniques and improve their methods. Their role is crucial for solving crimes, securing convictions, and upholding justice in the legal system.